You are now tuned in to The Money Zone with your host, Folasade Ayegbusi, the accountant for entrepreneurs. The time is now, your future waits, your money matters, make no mistake, it's not too late to dominate, so don't delay, get your money straight. The money zone, together we'll achieve your goals, we're building wealth, you're not alone, so don't delay, get your money straight.
Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to another episode of The Money Zone. I'm your host, your girl, Folasade, the accountability accountant, guys. I come to you, bags under my eyes, wig not even curled or anything. But look, it's those last few days before major tax deadlines for me and my fellow tax pros. So look, when you see us, just give us dabs or deuces. Don't say nothing, right? So guys, if you are not following me on all things social media, go to my social media, Folasade the Accountant, Folasade the Accountant, on all things social media. Follow me, add me, tweet me, talk to me, whatever, right? But then also go and join my mailing list at bit.ly/Folasade TV as well. So guys, look, we have so much in store for you today. We're going to talk about the dark side of business. Like, this is the side that nobody really talks about. And if you know me, you know I'm a diehard entrepreneur at heart. I'm an entrepreneur first and an accountant second. If my clients try to get me to sacrifice entrepreneurship, we got a problem, Roger. So we're going to talk about the dark side of being an entrepreneur. Like, that's what people never really talk about, and we're going to talk about that today on The Money Zone. And then our second segment, we're going to talk about the pros or cons of basically not handling entrepreneurship the way it's supposed to be handled. That means doing things the way it's supposed to be done. What are the ramifications? Okay, so guys, let's just take a quick break. Go ahead over to social media. Follow me on all things social media, Folasade the Accountant, and better yet, give me a call, 301-232-5700. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I hope you just stepped away for a quick second and came back and joined us. Look, we talking about the dark side of entrepreneurship. So first things first, if you do not know and have experienced this because you are an entrepreneur, you're in the beginning phases of it, you have to actually literally embody your business. So what does that mean? So that means you have to kind of eat, sleep, and breathe, be all of your business. So if you notice, the most successful individuals right now, they are completely embodying their businesses. So you've probably heard of Super Sin and BB Judy, Big Butt Judy, and all of them. If you notice from the outside looking in, they are completely embodying their businesses, from the transparency, from the leadership, from the struggles, from the abundance, and just also the brand awareness, the constant brand awareness, the camaraderie, the friendship. Just one thing I want you to know is, if you are an entrepreneur, you are going to have to completely embody everything in and out of your business. So let me give you an example. And I know you guys are probably going to slip my throat if you see me in public, and that's fine. But as an accountant, guys, when I first started my business, I didn't use accounting like I use my accounting now to grow my firm. So what does that mean? That means, I barely did my bookkeeping. I barely kept up with everything. I did file my taxes on time because that was a requirement to maintaining good standards with IRS. I've always filed my taxes on time or close to the extension time, right? But that's timely. But what I didn't do was completely embody accounting. I didn't utilize my own concepts, my own processes, my own aspirations or goals or whatever, procedures and policies to basically take my business to new heights. I didn't do it in the first year. That's why I didn't make no more than 10 grand the first year. I didn't incorporate and embody all of my industry and all of me into my purpose. And see, that's one thing about being an entrepreneur. We have to kind of go into the dark side, and that dark side is embodying everything that you're not. So, for example, I grew up in the hood. Nobody talked about accounting. Nobody talked about money. And if we did talk about money, we talked about going to go buy somebody's food stamps, or going up to Minnesota Avenue or whatever, getting some shoes, or it's the first of the month. It was, or we got our tax money or whatever. We honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I can never go back and play a conversation that I had in my early years that was about good financial management or accounting or anything like that. So I had to go into the deep dark side to really see, okay, how am I now going to embody this accounting, this industry that, to be honest with you, my background is not really the norm, okay? The way I talk, the way I look, I'm not the norm. You know what I mean? So how do I embody it? And then that's when I had to go into the dark side. So many of you are probably struggling right now in your businesses is because you have not dug deeper and embodied everything that you need to embody to incorporate all of your products, your services, your passions, and all of that, so it can resonate with your audience. So what does that look like? That actually look like you being completely honest with yourself and saying, you know what? Hey, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. If you're going to be a leader in the financial industry, shouldn't you be doing your own finances? If you're going to be a leader in the health and wellness industry, shouldn't you be a leader? Shouldn't you embody it completely? So what I did after year one, I noticed that my business wasn't progressing. And when it came time to file my taxes, I was in a stiffy situation. I had to do what most of you guys do: whip out that Excel spreadsheet and start calculating the numbers. I had to start calculating it. And as an accountant, guys, that's not the way to go. Like, I cannot say that I'm going to save the world and teach everybody across the globe how to manage their accounting, and I'm not doing it myself. So after year one, remember, I've been in business 8 years now, so that's 7 years ago, y'all. That's 7 years ago. Excuse me. So after year one, I realized I wasn't getting to the heights that I wanted to, but then I looked back at what I wasn't doing. I wasn't embodying everything that I needed to incorporate or be to be the boss that I needed to be. And many of you that's watching me right now, probably live or watching us on ripradionetwork.com, don't forget, give me a call, 301-232-5700. Are you embodying your industry to its fullest? Are you embodying what your brand and what your passion speaks about? Are you doing the work that you're telling your clients to do? And so what I noticed is the individuals that are completely embodying everything about their industries, everything about their brand, they are now achieving success to new heights. And the individuals that aren't embodying their industries and their businesses, they're getting stagnant. So the dark side is that you're going to have to go and look at reasons why you don't want to clean your room, reasons why you don't want to look at your bank account. What are the reasons why you hate talking about money? What is the reason why you hate working out? What is the reason why you don't want to do this? You have to now ask those hard questions that normal, everyday, average people, remember, entrepreneurs are not average. We are above average, okay? So you have to go and ask yourself those hard questions that average people never ask and be honest with themselves. Are you bullshitting yourself? Are you procrastinating? Are you embodying everything? Are you doing exactly what you ask your clients to do? And if you're saying no, look at your bank account and I guarantee you it's aligned with what you are not doing. Meaning it's not a lot of money there. And the reason why it's not a lot of money there is because you have not embodied your so-called passion and allowed the universe to now compensate you for your passion because you are not embodying it. So another thing that we don't talk about as entrepreneurs, guys, is when times get tough. Nobody ever talk about that. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. As the accountability accountant, guys, I have to hold you guys accountable for us to communicate about this. So I'm going to give you guys a few, I don't know how many it is. I'm going to give you guys a few tips that I've done when my back was against the wall financially, when I was in my business, building my business, and I didn't know where my next dollar was going to come from, when I didn't know was I going to get paid this month, or when I had a low client book of business, okay? So a lot of you may be struggling because you don't have enough recurring income coming in, so you have a low book of business. So you worry every month, and I used to be like that, especially if you're in the service industry. So here's a few things that I always do, and if you are one of my prospects or a client of mine, you already know I probably did this to you. Follow up is key. Follow up. So for example, if a client told you to send a proposal and you sent the proposal and you haven't heard back from them within 2 to 3 business days, you need to be ranking their line and shooting them an email. Well, actually, I would say shoot them an email first. Then the next thing I will end up doing is within about 2 days after you shot that email with no response, I will also pick up the phone and give them a call. A lot of people are so busy right now. They probably trying to figure out how they're able to pay you. They're probably juggling around some things. And you just want to let them know, hey, boo, I'm here. Don't forget about me. Are you still interested? You know, do you need me to work something out? Do you need additional payment plans? Reach out to your people, okay? So that's one thing I would do. Follow up with everybody, your whole list. You keep calling until you're tired, but you take extensive notes so you can now always use that as a guide to follow up again. Another thing that I always did was I always count my money in advance. So what do that mean? I don't count the money that's coming in advance. No, because that's not guaranteed. I'm counting what has to go out. So, for example, I already know how much my payroll is for this week and last week. I know how much I need to pay all my expenses. I know what my daughter's school fees are and my mortgage. I know all of my bills in advance. And what that does is it allows you to be in control both physically and mentally, simply because you know how to be able to juggle things. Okay, boo, all right, so I got 1,000 today. I'm going to pay XYZ. Right? I'll have 500 in 2 days. Okay, I can pay XYZ in 2 days. Okay, let me call that person and let them know, hey, your payment will be coming through in 2 days. Can you work with me? Okay, all right. Breathe. okay, you know what? Such and such just said they're going to close on a deal. Their payment should hit my account on Monday. That money, I'm going to use it for XYZ. I always map out all of my expenses before I get the money. Before I get the money. And I just told one of my clients that too. Call and get your quotes before your big lump sum money come in. Because when you have that lump sum money coming in, you start to not really take price into consideration. And then also, when the money is not in your hand right now, you're in a logical state. You're in a normal state. You're not operating under excitement, influence, free spiritedness. You're actually in your full reality before the money comes. So always write down your bills, call around, figure out what your bills are, who you can work with, who you can't work with, and then allocate the funds accordingly. Okay? Another thing, get rid of that extra stuff. Put it on OfferUp, put it on eBay, put it on Craigslist, do a garage sale, do a pop-up fashion show or something. To the point where if I was really, really desperate for money right now, and I've been in the dark side before, guys. Remember I told you my house was almost foreclosed, car, everything, repossessed. I've been there. Remember I told you this is 8 years in. I didn't have an investment. You know what I mean? All my hard-earned money that was invested into my business is from me. Okay, so I didn't have no fallback, no 401k, no retirement, no mommy, no daddy, none of that stuff. You know what I mean? So if I were you, I would also pack up those stuff, get some sparkly things, maybe some Mardi Gras beads or something like that, and go into your most popular, most poppin' parking lot and park there and put a sign out. Clothes for sale, shoes for sale, something for sale, electronics, whatever sells. And then I also have pawned some things too, to be honest. I've had to pawn some things. And to be honest with you, I know when we talk about this, a lot of you may be getting uncomfortable. And that's fine. If you are getting uncomfortable, you need to ask yourself why. And I say this is because those are only material possessions. When you make it big in your business, boo, you're going to be able to buy those possessions back by tenfold. But if you hold on to those possessions now and they have some form of value now, you're going to miss out on the opportunity of possibly keeping your home or possibly, being able to feed your family or whatever your situation may, be right now. So you want to focus on right now. What do you have? Could you cook for somebody? Could you watch somebody's children? You know what I mean? Like, hey, females, y'all got a old little bun drain you can call and get a few stacks from. If you don't, then something ain't right with you because you're a female. Sorry, but I had to be honest. As a woman entrepreneur, you may have to use somebody you know of, old ex, your husband, your fiance, somebody else to get you out of the hole. Pick up the phone and call. And what you do is you don't ask for the money, ask for a business investment. So you guys may want to get your pens and your paper when I tell you this. Instead of asking them to lend you the money, offer them a percentage of profits or offer them a return on their investment. Meaning you say if they can give you $4,000 today, you will give them 3%, 1%, or 2% of your profits that you make starting in November. So you're coming to them with a business proposition. So they're going to give you $4,000 today, and you're going to give them 2% or 1%, or not even or a percentage. You can actually even just give them the money back with interest on it. But don't have them don't pay them back right now. Try to see if you can push it back like 6 months to give you some time to catch up. But if I were you, and they're the type of person to have a little extra cash to stash, I will go and really ask them to be your silent business partner. So this is when your strategy really come into place, and this is when you see what you're really made of. If you have a rich family member or somebody that have come into a lump sum of money, their tax refund or something, and you need a few thousands of dollars, what's 1% of nothing? Nothing. But what's 1% of $1 million? It's a lot. I would rather for you to give somebody 1% of your future sales and be able to get to the millions than to lose everything right now. So ask yourself, who do you know that you can get an investment from, and go to them as like a business professional and ask for your investment. Let them know this is what you're doing. You're pitching. It's like a business pitch. You're pitching them. Hey, this is what I got going on. This is what I do. I need help. So guys, those were 3 tips. Well, I think I gave you more than 3, like 4 or 5 tips. I've done all of them. Every last one of them. I've pawned some stuff. I've sold some stuff on OfferUp. I've sold stuff on Craigslist. I've asked my exes. I've asked my husband. Whatever the situation may be, as an entrepreneur, we put our pride to the side and we go and get what we want. And if I didn't make those moves, I wouldn't be talking to you guys today. So kick your pride to the side, both male and females, and go get your money. Somebody may be your next investment. So guys, we're going to take a quick little break, and then we'll be right back. Look, I had to take a quick little break there, how would I put this? You have to be the most resourceful person in the world to achieve business and to be successful in this day and age. Like, everybody is saying it's so easy. And see, the reason why it seems so easier for them is because they came at a different time than you. They've already implemented years and years ahead of you. So yes, they may not understand why your launch or your business may not work out, because they've done it, right? And was successful. And they feel as though, oh, it's just that easy. Every successful person they say, oh, well, it's just that easy. And I know what they're saying, that it's a process, it's a discipline, it's processes behind it. But let's really be honest. It is not really that easy. The average business owner end up losing it all, but then don't understand that it might be meant for you to lose it all to get to the other side. So let me give you an example, and then we're going to go right into segment 2. When I ended up letting go the fear of losing my home, or letting go the fear of getting my car repossessed, then that's when I've become completely in control. Because that means that those material possessions can no longer limit my success. That I am no longer willing to just pay for a mortgage and don't get anything else out of life. At that moment, the moment that I decided to say, you know what? Hey, God, hey, look. If it's meant for me to achieve this, you could take the house. You could take the car. I'll take my daughter out of private school for right now. I'll do that, right? If that's what you want for me to get to that next level, then I'll give you all of that. Because I know the next level I'm going to be able to buy 4 houses. I can probably pay 5 people private school tuition. You know what I mean? My life will be full of abundance at that time. And so are you holding on to your material possessions and it's stopping you from gaining the possessions of the world through your business? I want you guys to really think about it. Are you more okay with making investments or making payments to your car note than you are making investments into your business? I really want to know, guys. Give me a call, ripradionetwork.com, 301-232-5700. Are you making investments into your car, your home, and you are afraid to make those same monetary investments into your business? If you are, then I can understand why you are afraid of entrepreneurship. Okay, so on to the next topic. Look. Guys, I've been dealing with a lot of stuff with clients these past 2 weeks now. You talking about audits, you talking about notices from IRS, and it's just from a different array of things. Clients, I've warned them last year that, you ain't make a lot of money this year, or a lot of money last year, or a lot of money the previous year. This may not be a legitimate business now. This will be my last year claiming that business, and they ended up getting audited. So almost every client that I ended up telling them that their chances are to get audited, they ended up getting audited, which I can feel it because it just comes from my professional judgment. I know when enough is enough. So guys, I want to talk about that. When is enough in business? When are you going to say, I'm tired of being beat by the system? I'm tired of not knowing my numbers. I'm tired of not being able to take my business to the strides that I want to. I'm tired of not getting the connections and the partnerships that I want. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. Most of us are tired of it because guess what? We are the ones that's forcing us to be in those states. So what does that mean? So what do I mean by that, right? You're not doing the follow-ups. You're not shooting the emails. You're not messaging the people. You're not doing what you need to do to be able to get the connections and get the follow-ups and to get the client and so forth. So what happens? You end up struggling financially. One thing I noticed is this. Your money today, right? Your money that you're making today and the client that you get today is for tomorrow. Not the cover for today. Your client that you got yesterday was to cover for today and for the next day and the next day. See, so many small business owners were operating day to day, but we have to understand that if we spending the money as we come, if we don't get enough money as it's come, what's happening is it's going to have a negative impact, and we won't be able to, how they say, have enough money before the month runs out. How many of you have done that? I've been there. Honestly, I'm just starting to get out of that. But then the bad part about it is my payroll, my overhead, like my team. It's like the bigger and bigger you get, like it's more and more sacrifice that you guys got to endure. But what am I doing to mitigate that? So I took a step back and I said, okay, I'm going to ask this contractor if they could do this payment terms, this payment terms, this payment terms. So I started to use my accounting strategy. So what happens is I won't have $4,000 coming out of the bank account on one day. I'll have 2 coming out one day, 2 coming out 4 days later, 2 coming out, you know what I mean? So guys, you want to be able to make sure that everything that you do, you know what the ramifications are and not running your business. So for example, remember I touched about the clients getting audited or whatever. And let me explain to you what's happening. So right now, if you notice, there are millions, I think it's like 25 million businesses now, probably like 32 million businesses or something like that. And so the IRS is like, okay, ho. We have all of these businesses out here, but none of them not really paying no taxes. Like they having these losses. These losses are benefiting them financially because the losses increase your refund or decrease what you would have paid in taxes. So we have all of these businesses, and none of these businesses are paying taxes. What is going on? What is going on? Hold on. And then this business have had a loss for 1, 2, 3, 4 years? Wow. Ho. So you're telling me you spent XYZ 25 grand into your business and you got a loss? Like, show me the money. That's what IRS is saying. Okay. You guys won, you won. It's too many businesses, but guess what? Here's the notice. Show me the money. And because you guys aren't doing your bookkeeping, because you're not paying tax professionals like myself to do your taxes, when you get that notice, you don't know what to do. Or you get that notice and you already know you out of luck because you didn't track your stuff. So what does that mean? So that means you're opening up your business for lawsuits. You open up your businesses for the potential of owing more and more taxes, both on the federal and a state level. But then you're also setting your business up for failure because you don't know your numbers. If you're not looking at your financials every month, if you're not going over your numbers every month, then you don't know what's going on. I have a client right now that's going through that exact same problem. From the outside, the business looks so successful. But in the inside, it's tanking. And tanking. And tanking. And the bad part about it is, as much as I see the numbers, the client still don't want to be honest with me. Client came to my office and I was like, well, why did you get a loan? Well, why did you do this? Oh, you said that if they offer me. Nah, that's not what I said. I didn't say if they was offering you a loan to go get it. I said, see what they offering. Don't go get it. I said, okay, all right, well, if I told you to go get the loan, then look, why you spend it then? Because if I told you to get it, I told you to get it to hold it for hard times. So if they stop lending to small businesses, you will have already got your money, right? You already had the loan. But you go and spend. And my client looked at me, guys. He laid back. He was like, well, I really ain't need it. I'm like, well, if you ain't need it, why did you spend it? He sat back. Well, you know, I went on ahead and took something for this and did this and paid this. I was like, so obviously you needed it then. Well, you know. So guys, let me tell you something. If I'm your accountant, that type of talk to your accountant shows me right off the bat, you need the money, you're struggling. But what's even scarier is that as much advice as us coaches and us professionals give advice to small businesses, you guys are finding ways to sabotage it and don't do it. This particular client, I knew sales were weak. And I knew sales was one of his struggle areas. So during our monthly session, I said, hey, let's do some sales. Talk to me like I'm a client. Let's do some role playing. Oh, no, Folasade, no. no, we good. I'm selling. I'm like, nah, you really not selling. Like, how you selling when we lose the money every month? Here's the numbers. Oh, okay. So we do it like 1 or 2 times. No, I got it, Folasade. So I start asking, do you have this? Do you have this? What's your stats? What's this? What's that? What's that? Well, I don't know. I don't know this. Like, guys, if you don't know everything in and out of your company, then who gonna know? Me? No. Your staff? No. Your clients? No. Because entrepreneurs don't want to face the reality. Remember in segment 1, I said that's one of the things that we have to do. We have to do it often, is face our reality. Because as entrepreneurs, sometimes we are cocky and we don't want to face our reality. We end up putting ourselves in bad financial situations. If this client would have sat with me last year and not take sales as a joke and really implemented everything, he would have a smooth sales process like I do. He will probably have a high closing ratio like I do, because I took certain steps to master my sales process and the questions I ask people, and to get them to lean into what their needs are and to really open up. And you understand? But if you guys don't do your homework as entrepreneurs and you don't implement, that money that you're going to need in 6 months is not going to be there because you didn't do the work today for your 6-month self. So many people, so many businesses wonder why you're struggling, is because guess what? Today was a day you were supposed to be making phone calls to get prospects in place, right? Which, if you would have did that, you would have probably figured out that Bob down the street don't need your services until May. So he would have been in your follow-up chart for May. So that would have been revenue for May. But because you guys don't want to do all the homework and thinking that it's just going to be easy, or you plop online, or you just get a business and you just start a franchise and that's it, you guys got a rude awakening. You don't want to have that same mindset that my client had, that everything is going to be fine and it's fine and dandy. And now when he look at me today, he's kind of feeling a bit disgusted. And he admitted to me last week, Folasade, I should have went on ahead and took your advice. Folasade, I should have did the sales training. I should have did what you told. I blatantly told him exactly. I've paid on the upwards of 30 to 40 grand just on sales training alone. I've paid the rich white people to teach me how to sell payroll against paychecks and ADP. I've paid coaches to teach me how to sell on the stage, behind the table, sell over the phone, everything, right? Through my live streams, everything, right? What that client didn't do was say, Folasade, you're right. Let me let my pride go and get to the money. How many of you right now don't know how to get to the money? And you don't realize that your 6 months money comes from your today's hustle. Your 1 year money next year, March 12th, 2020. That money might come from your May 19th, 2019 hustle. Because that client you met may not be ready for you today, but they may be ready for you tomorrow. But because you didn't master your sales process, and because you didn't pick up the phone, and because you wasn't unwavering, and because you didn't persevere, and because you thought that there was no dark side and you had to really exploit your strengths and your weaknesses as an entrepreneur, you thought you were just going to get on a call and make money. You thought that you were just going to get behind the TV screen or get on live stream or start a business and make money. It doesn't work like that. It takes time. It takes effort. And the reason why a majority of the small businesses are suffering today is because they didn't work on their tomorrow money. You thinking about all today money. No. Your actions today set your bank account up for tomorrow. So what are you going to do? How are you going to act? What's going to be your next move? Because if you don't make a move, the only consequences is, one, a failed business. That's number one consequence. And then you're going to have a bruised ego. A bruised ego is hard to bounce back from. Because you walking and everybody thought you was going to be success, but you screwed up. And it's hard to get your ego back in the race. And you need confidence to be an entrepreneur. If you notice, most real entrepreneurs are real cocky. Like, I don't care. They can look raggedy, but they're really confident. You already know. Don't really say nothing. They are an authoritative figure. They good. You even see how they look in the McDonald's line. They look different. They feel different. They looking everywhere. They just different. But then also you have to say, you don't want to stop your legacy. We don't know what your vision or where God is going to put you tomorrow. But if you stop acting today, if you stop learning today, if you stop selling today, if you stop embodying your industry today, we don't know what God is going to set you up to be tomorrow. You might be the next Oprah in your industry. You might be the next Michael Jordan in your industry. You might be the next LeBron or Kobe. But remember, none of them stopped. When they back was against the wall, none of them stopped. When Tyler Perry was sleeping in his car, he didn't stop. When Brad Pitt was sleeping in his car, he didn't stop. So you guys definitely should never stop. But what you need to do is do the work and get smart. Guys, that's all I have for you today on The Money Zone. I'm your host, Folasade, the accountability accountant. Guys, tune in each and every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget, go to ripradionetwork.com. Check me out. Check out this the network and everything. And don't forget, give me a call sometime, 301-232-5700. Guys, look, I'll be back very fresh and enlightening. I'll probably do a massage and spa and stuff over the weekend to get my little life back in order too from these next couple of days. Then y'all know I was sick last week too. Then I gotta buy a whole nother Mac too, y'all. So yeah, I need a break. But yeah, guys, I'm excited. Tune in each and every Tuesday. I don't think we're going to be on the last Tuesday of the month though. Yeah, we won't be on the last Tuesday of the month. But you guys will see me next week. Tell a friend, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.